So, Ryan Garcia returns to the ring, scores a knockout, new division, new trainer, and Ryan gets an 8th round stoppage over Oscar Duarte out of Chihuahua, Mexico. I'm going to give you guys the full fight recap and breakdown, what went on, what happened to get us to the Ryan Garcia Duarte 8th round knockout stoppage. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. For starters, the fight was entertaining. I enjoyed the fight. Ryan did talk about Shakur Stevenson post-fight and before the fight, and he made jokes and made mention of Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. So it would have been very hypocritical for Ryan Garcia to not be in the fun fight. So he passed that. His fight definitely, to me, was more entertaining than Shakur Stevenson's last fight with Edwin De Los Santos. So he passed that. And Oscar Duarte, in my videos, my post-fight breakdowns, I give you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the bad and the ugly is y'all hyped up Oscar Duarte. Make sure you guys thumb up the video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. You guys really amped up Oscar Duarte. Me personally, I hadn't seen much of Oscar Duarte before this. I have seen him fight. He just fought on Alexis Rocha undercard. And it was mind-boggling to see so many, all of a sudden, advocates for Oscar Duarte. And I don't know if this is Ryan hate or, you know, you wanted Derrick James to lose. I don't know if there's ulterior motives, but I didn't really see it. I didn't see what people were talking about. So I think this is the thing. When I don't know about a fighter, I go back and do my research. From doing my research, I didn't think and see anything that really stood out about Oscar Duarte that showed that he would upset Ryan, which a lot of people were predicting. So I think a lot of people went with Oscar. I do believe De La Hoya and what he was saying. They looked at the box rec and seen he had 11 knockouts in a row. And De La Hoya, as a promoter, kept telling you he was this big puncher and he's from Mexico. So I think people just ran with that. Plus, Ryan's coming off of a loss. But Ryan Garcia didn't get visibly ruffled up or badly hurt. This was not like the Luke Campbell fight where he got dropped. He didn't get dropped. There was, in fact, no one got dropped until the very final round, which is round 8. It was quasi-competitive, but for me, Oscar Duarte, he just wasn't doing enough. So for me, Oscar Duarte, the thing was making it interesting was you can see the element of danger if Oscar Duarte would be able to potentially land some of those shots on Ryan Garcia's chin. But the part about it is he really didn't know how to execute that. So it looked like, you know, in all fairness, it looked like Duarte has some power, some thud, some thump, but he just really didn't connect with these merciless shots that everybody was talking about. But it looked like he was trying. He had a very, almost like Esau Pitbull Cruz, like a crude Mike Tyson. And I'm not comparing him to Mike Tyson, saying he's as good as Mike Tyson, but he had like a crude Walmart great value Mike Tyson Pitbull Cruz type of style where it was kind of compact. He was trying to use some head movement, but it just wasn't all the way clicking. You know, I think the best punches that Duarte landed were body shots. He landed some very nice body shots, but when it came to hooks to the head and like headshots, Ryan fought pretty tall for most of the fight. There are some moments which I'll talk about in Ryan's flaws. Make sure you stay to the end of this video so you can hear about that. But Duarte, he didn't really land that many effective headshots. He was missing wildly, and he was doing this like weird shimmy thing where he would scooch closer and shimmy, 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 and then he really didn't let his hands go. So I didn't really understand what his game plan was, unless he was just gonna try to have Ryan get tired and tire out and then turn up. But unfortunately for him, by the time it got to the later rounds, Ryan Garcia hadn't taken any punishment and still had the power to sit him down and ultimately stop him. So things never really kicked off for Duarte. For me, I did a watch party live, and it was my first time seeing it in real time. This was an easy fight to score. Ryan won mostly all the rounds, except for possibly round 5 and possibly round 6. 1, maybe 2 of those rounds. But even in those rounds, they weren't huge Duarte rounds where he was just doing so great of work and Ryan was doing nothing. And part of it, when we get to Ryan Garcia's flaws, aided in Duarte looking better in some of those rounds, right? So ultimately, I think a lot of people amped up Duarte, and y'all told me he was a killer, and De La Hoya said he's a knockout artist and stuff. I didn't really see that, and especially a lot of people. And see, this is the thing you got to watch for. You can hold me to the same standard. It don't matter because I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. But there's a lot of people who say things before the fight in boxing and then act like after the fight they knew everything. Like, there's a lot of people that pick Oscar Duarte to knock out Mike Tyson. People were saying things like, oh, Ryan's coming off a loss. Oh, Ryan's style won't work with Derek James. Oh, Ryan's too preoccupied with beefing with Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and B-Hop. He's not focused on this fight. Even Oscar De La Hoya said this. He said, Ryan, I'm concerned. He's not focused on the fight. And Ryan proved everybody wrong. So hold people accountable for what they said. Don't let them backpedal and back off the block. A lot of people wrote Ryan Garcia off before the fight. So we shouldn't listen to all the stuff when they switched and shapeshift to something else after Ryan Garcia proved them wrong. A lot of people wrote him off. They said the kid wasn't focused. They said he was going to lose, said Duarte was too strong and Ryan has no defense and he was going to get knocked out, yada, yada, yada. Ryan proved everybody wrong. Congratulations on the 8th round. How it happened, make sure you subscribe. In the 8th round, Duarte just casually, like earlier in the round, you seen Ryan landed a nice left hook. And it seemed like that would have been a warning for Duarte, but it wasn't. He carelessly came forward and Ryan, being fast, twitchy, and explosive, caught him with a very snappy left hook. And it looked like Duarte tried to play it off initially, but you can fake your mind, but you can't always fake your body. Like, if your legs start to give out and your brain sends that signal to the legs that you're in pain, then sometimes it's a delayed reaction. And that's what it looked like. His legs looked like straight noodles after that left hook. He couldn't just absorb it and poker face his way through it. Ryan Garcia has seen him do a funny dance, did the chicken dance, and his legs look unsteady. Ryan, great finisher, jumped on top of him and let his hands fly. Is what you're supposed to do. And, be cautious. And you've seen Duarte, he tried to grab the ropes, and then he ended up having to take a knee. And the funny thing is he got counted out. The referee got wet. And that's the thing. The referee put his hands so goddamn close to the man's face. It was hilarious. He was like 6, 7, 8. And he had his hands counting, like almost touching his nose. And it was hilarious to me. And Oscar Duarte, he has some nerve, some audacity. He said post-fight at the press conference, he was crying and all this stuff because everything was set up for him to beat Ryan Garcia. Golden Boy seemed like they wanted him to be the next Mexican star. They were having problems with Ryan Garcia. And basically, De La Hoya, some of you guys don't know this, he was barred or banned from going to Ryan Garcia's locker room. So he went and, wished good luck to Oscar Duarte. So I really think Golden Boy truly wanted Duarte to win here. And this man, Duarte, post-fight, had the nerve to say the ref was unfair. He wanted to continue fighting. But he literally got up at 9.5 seconds, and it's a 10 count. So that's your fault. The man was counting unusually close to his face. You've seen him, and you're taking the long count. You got to get up at start getting up at 7 or 8. I mean, if not, it looked like he quit. Like he knew that the writing was on the wall. He didn't want to get spilled. He knew he was unsteady. So I'd rather get up slow, get counted out, which is what happened, and then complain about the ref. That's what it looked like. It looked very similar to Gervonta knocking out Ryan Garcia, where it looked like they could have got up, but they knew the end was near if they would have got up. And that's what I seen from Duarte. So I see a lot of people criticizing Ryan Garcia. Listen, when I do a breakdown, I'm the best at it. Elite ego. I factor in everything. Ryan's coming off of a loss by knockout, first professional loss, brand new trainer. He lives in a new state, right? And he's beefing with his promoter, new weight class, catch weight, all these things. Promoters trying to set him up and beef and doubters and haters. So I think Ryan performed solidly. The thing that I did not like from Ryan Garcia was in round 5, and I told you we'd get here. Ryan Garcia started doing this shoulder roll, and you can go back, watch my Boxingego watch party. I was screaming at the TV because I didn't understand why he was doing this great value Mayweather. This is not the opponent that you should practice new things. And I said something in that watch party live in real time. I said, I know Derek James did not instruct him to do this. So I have no idea why Ryan went AWOL and decided to do this. Come to find out, Ryan said at the post-fight press conference, and I guess Derek James said in the corner, he said, never do that again. You are not Mayweather. What are you doing? And this is exactly what I said, proving my greatness. The great ego Stradamus strikes again. I knew Derek James, that's not even his style. So I knew Derek James wasn't telling him, hey, son, go out there against this Duarte dude with 11 knockouts in a row and try some stuff that we haven't really worked on. I have no idea why Ryan tried to get cute and do that. Maybe he felt the guy's power and he thought that was his best defense. I don't know, but it was kind of weird. So there are some questions about Ryan Garcia, but all in all, solid performance. It's all about getting the W in the win column, and he did that coming off of a loss. And for me, the other thing is this. It's his first fight with Derek James. I thought Derek James's corner instruction was magnificent. And you got the victory, you got another knockout, and you move on. So you're back in the win column, and you got the first one under the belt. It's like I said on my stream, LeBron James went with the Lakers the first year. They didn't make the playoffs. You kind of have to develop that chemistry. So I'm not going to harshly and overly judge these circumstances. That's why I tell you, I humanize and I give you guys real boxing commentary, which is lacking in the game. A lot of people, they have these far-fetched, really non-realistic perspectives when they're giving commentary. Like Jermall Charlo, out of the ring almost 3 years, and they expect him to look like the old Charlo. Like, why would you expect that if he's been out of the ring dealing with personal demons and family drama, hasn't been making weight or keeping his weight? Why would you expect him to look so much better than he actually looked? I thought he looked fine, consider all things considered, you know, and you build from that. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. The man, as I said throughout this video, coming off a loss, new trainer, going against his promoter, all these different things. Why would you expect him to look so much better? Again, my biggest critique is that whole shoulder roll shenanigans. It reminded me of Berto versus Robert Guerrero. The wrong opponent to practice something like that on. You could have did that with Emmanuel Tiptoes or whatever, or somebody else, but that wasn't the opponent. He looked like he was a live dog. He was trying to club you, hit you with big shots. You said his power post-fight was thudding and scary. So I didn't understand that move from Ryan Garcia. And he let it be known that Derek James said never do that again. So he's been instructed not to try that. But it all worked out for Ryan Garcia. A lot of people counted him out. I told you he was going to knock this dude out. Once again, your boy Ego was right. Subscribe. Bye.